We have spent the last few weeks talking about Facebook groups. We've been talking about how do you get more engagement and how do you get it growing and how do you boost it and how do you turn it around and all of those things, right? And now you're focused on it. You are actively like going after it and being like, "Oh, I'm going to get activity, I'm going to get engagement, I'm going to do this, right?" And you're relying on your daily themed post. So I'm specifically talking about Motivation Monday and Tip Tuesday and Wow Wednesday and Wisdom Wednesday or Thursday Think or whatever else it is. And you've got a graphic for each of those days. And you've got it all scheduled out. Every Monday it's the same graphic, every Tuesday it's the same graphic, every Wednesday the same graphic. That's what I'm talking about with these daily themed posts. Those daily themed posts, that is what's killing the engagement in your Facebook group. That's what's hurting you. And that is what we're going to talk about today. Are you curious? Do I have your curiosity piqued? Okay, I want you to imagine this, okay? Imagine that you wear the same shirt every day and the same bottoms every day, whether it's shorts or pants or jammy pants. No judgment from me, okay? But you wear it every single day. Same thing. How are you feeling about that? Okay, let me give you another one. What if you have the exact same smoothie every single morning for breakfast? Same ingredients, you don't mix it up. It's the exact same smoothie every single morning for breakfast. And then you have the exact same lunch, every single lunch. Every single lunch, you always have the same lunch. Over time, how are you feeling about that outfit and that smoothie and that lunch? Now, you may be sitting there and you may be thinking, "Oh my gosh, it'll save me time. Like I don't have to think about what I'm going to wear. I don't have to think about what I'm going to get at the grocery store. It's like the same every time, right? I only need to buy the same 6 things every time I go to the grocery store. That's my lunch, my breakfast, my dinner, my snacks. Okay, you guys got this. Boring." I wish somebody a happy birthday this morning. I actually sang to them. So I'm in the sing-songy mode, right? It's boring. Okay, I used to do the theme post and got rid of them because I was bored. Yes. If you're bored, they're bored. I promise you, they're bored. That's why they're not engaging. They're not commenting because they're not inspired. It's the same old thing. We are on Groundhog Day inside your Facebook group. So today, inside of this training, we're going to talk about what those pitfalls are and why you want to consider, I don't know, maybe doing something different, switching it up a little bit, having a new strategy, a little fresh, innovative take to the content that you are putting inside your Facebook group. Okay? If you are new to my world, I'm Jamie Hain. I am a video and growth coach. And I will tell you, similar to what Dawn said a minute ago, I used to use them too, right? I think so many of us think that's what you're supposed to do. And I got so bored. I was so bored. And they were so bored. And I will tell you, when I was at that point, you've heard me tell this story before, when I was at the point where I was like, my Facebook group is dead. Like it is crickets. That was when I was doing those daily themed posts. My engagement was down. I wasn't growing. It was blah because I wasn't being inspired myself. I get it. I get why. So let's do this just for fun. What are the pros of doing this? What are the benefits or the positive parts of doing these daily theme posts? How do they help you? Why do we start to go down that path in the first place? Drop some comments for me and let me know what's the positive side of doing this. For me, Dawn's got it. Boy, Dawn, you are fast with the typing today. I love it. You have something to post. You know what you're doing. It is a quick, easy strategy. Got it. Michelle says structure. I know what I'm posting on Monday. I know what I'm posting on Tuesday. I know what I'm posting on Wednesday. I don't have to think. It's just easy structure. Okay. The other thing that I thought of is that it's a pattern. Like there's repetition, and don't we like repetition? I mean, isn't repetition good for us? That isn't that predictability good? It's what we value, right? I know what I'm going to post. But for members, okay, hold on. I don't want to miss this here. Oh, I like this one. When it's a post that is something people can rely on to go to if they need it. So it's almost as if they have an expectation now that I know where to get these things. Okay, these are great. These are all good things. I am not saying that any of these things are bad or wrong or any of that. But the pitfall that we can fall into is that it gets predictable, boring, and repetitive. It's nothing new. There's no new inspiration for me. And that doesn't mean that I don't see it as I'm scrolling, but I've commented on this now for the last 5 weeks, and it's maybe not gone anywhere. It's maybe not helped me in any way, shape, or form. I might enjoy it, but why am I doing it? What is the value to me as a member inside that community? Just some things for you to think about. Okay. What I'm wanting to talk to you about today is that there is a way to have both. There is a way to have an easy pattern, some structure, some repetition without being boring. So, are you at least willing to keep listening to me today and be like, okay, if you're still going to get me some of this kind of stuff, then I'll keep listening. I just don't want to completely go away from it. I don't want to have to do more work, right? I mean, let's face it. We can kind of be lazy. I'm going to say it for me. I can kind of be lazy, and I want to just get my content done, and I don't want to have to worry about it. But the content is the magic. The content, Jasmine Star says this all the time. The content starts the conversation. So I would actually challenge you to say, are there other things in my business that I can create the patterns and the structure and whatever else, so I have the time to be more creative and inspiring and innovative in my content? Just something to think about. Okay. Oh, I love it. You guys are speak on. We're always listening to you. I love it. We were on a Zoom call a minute ago. We were talking about for the Go Live week. We were talking about features and benefits, and we were talking about features and benefits of this pin. And somebody said, "Well, Jamie's touched it," and I was like, "What? How is that a benefit?" But it made me laugh. It made me giggle. Okay, tangent there, but a funny one, I hope. Oh, you guys are so good. You're so good for my ego. I love it. I hope that it is because you are getting value out of my content. That is what I want for all of you. If you are wanting to create a Facebook group, and it doesn't even just have to be in a group, this can be on your personal profile on your page, right? But if you are wanting to build a community of people who can't wait to check in on your posts because they get so much value from what you share and how you help them and how you make them think and the perspective that you give them, that's what makes them keep coming back for more. That's what makes them want to comment and love and like and do all of those things. And that is why these daily theme posts, where you are just scheduling out the same thing every single Monday and every single Tuesday and every single Wednesday, that's why it's not getting it done for you. Because that's not what people want. Got me? Okay. The other thing that I want to challenge you to consider today is oftentimes we chase engagement. I want to create all these posts that people can comment on. If you are only creating engagement, you're likely not selling anything. So if you're looking at yourself and you're like, man, I got this Facebook group and people comment and stuff, but I'm not selling anything. Chances are you are engaging for engagement. You've got all sorts of engagement. But you're not actually showing up as the authority and the expert that you are. It's out of balance. So what you have to, and honestly, the opposite is true as well. We've all been in groups where it's like, oh my gosh, all they do is pitch and sell and talk at me, and there's no engagement. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not selling things in that kind of environment, but for how long are you going to be selling things in that environment? Because if you're not involving your community, if you're not involving your people, you're not balancing both sides of that. So, what I want you to think about is, how do you mix both? How do you have engagement and show up as an authority? How do you do both things? Okay. So, I want to ask that as a question. Let's separate them. What type of content gets the most engagement for you? So think about different pieces of content that you put in your Facebook group. Which type of thing do you get the most people commenting on? Share some comments, okay? And we're going to dive into that. We'll do that one first, and then the second one we're going to do is what type of content can you show up as an authority? So let's answer both of those questions, and then we're going to use that here a little bit today. I'm glad you're getting some good insight. See? This is the kind of insight you need to give your people too. Okay. On my engagement posts, not color block posts, but actual posts. So are these text posts? Is it mostly like long text post, or is this a graphic or a photo? Tell me a little bit more there, Dawn. Okay. Emily says, when I ask what type of live training they want, or the chatty types of questions. So like on the chatty types of questions, is that like pie or cake? Today's International Pie Day because it's 3.14. It's March 14th, Pie Day. Hopefully you are not completely lost on what that means. So I did a post this morning, cake or pie? Is that what you mean, Emily, by the chatty types of questions? Okay. Fun things. Okay. Yes. What's something kids today wouldn't understand if you said it? I want to respond to that one, right? We can't help ourselves. We want to respond to those kinds of questions, right? They get engagement. Okay. Dawn says, oops, texts with pictures of me. Yes. Photos are high up there. Statistics, they've done all sorts of studies. Posts, if you just look at the types of posts, the top of the post, not talking about video, the top post is photos. So more photos. Yes. Billy says videos. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Emily says no more business related questions. Okay. So still it's the equivalent of pie or cake, but in the business realm. Short, sweet. I can't help myself but comment. Love it. Dawn's having pie today. Okay, this is interesting. Pick your tarot card posts always do well. Awesome. All right, you guys are laughing. See, look, Emily's like, I gotta go find that and I gotta respond to that post. We can't help ourselves. They're just too juicy. Okay. I got you, Emily. I got you. Okay. So the reason those pieces of content drive engagement is because we cannot help ourselves but answer. They inspire us. They engage us. They're so tantalizing. Like, I have something to say. I have something to share. I want to comment. That's why they work. Okay. But if all you did every single day was that kind of content post, you're not going to sell anything. You got a lot of engagement, a lot of going on, but you are not the expert. Okay, now let's flip it. Let's talk about the other side. In what ways can you show up as an authority in your posts? What kinds of posts allow you to show off your expertise? Drop some comments. Let's do the other side. What kinds of posts help you show up as the authority? And by the way, while you're typing, they're doing inspections in our apartment again. I've never lived in a community that did this many inspections. I swear it's like every other week. So if at some point I just have to go on mute, it's just because Otis is freaking out. So just saying. All right, let's see what you got. Client results. Okay. Educational. Styling tips. How to. Long text posts. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. What kind of engagement do those posts get? Do those posts get as much engagement as asking people if they want pie or cake? Nope. One of the first things that you've got to understand is that you have to change your measurement of success. Because what happens is we get caught up in this whole, nobody commented on that post, I'm never doing it again. No. Those are exactly the posts you have to do. You just have to change your measurement of success. Just because they don't comment, heart, like, whatever, doesn't mean that the right people didn't see it. The key in all of this social media is to mix it up, have some variety. Make sure you're doing all of the things. Okay. So, what I would tell you to do is this: if you love your daily theme posts, great. Do it twice a week. Do it twice a week and try within that daily theme post to mix it up. Okay. So, if you just love Motivation Monday and you want to do a quote every Monday as your Motivation Monday, awesome. Different quote every Monday. Change the graphic every Monday. You can automate this in Canva and make that fast. But have the graphic have a different quote each time. Okay. But, or I shouldn't say but, because it's not a but, it's an and. In addition to posting that quote, the graphic of that quote, in the description with the quote, show your expertise. Be the authority around that. Share what that quote speaks, how that speaks to you, how that quote ties in with your niche and what you do. People want your perspective, right? Ask a question, create some engagement around that quote post. Create a fun question that's just irresistible and I can't help but answer that. Use GPT if you need to, or AI to figure out some of those tantalizing engagement questions that you can add on to the quote. So you're achieving it. You're still getting your daily theme. Every Monday I do a quote. Every Monday I do a quote. I don't have to think about it. Every Monday I do a quote. I got to get a different quote, and then I got to share my perspective on that quote or get a question on that quote. That's how you mix up those daily theme posts and make it more awesome. Okay. Now, if you're going to do 1 to 2, okay, 2. I'll let you have 2. 2 of those daily theme posts. Then you need to have 1 to 2 posts that are just about you being an authority. They will not get as much engagement, but that doesn't mean they aren't important. I would argue they're more important. So those might be the how-tos, a live video where you are teaching something, a long post where you're actually making people think. Show up as the authority that you are. Okay, hold on. There's a comment here. I lost it here. Okay, doesn't mean they don't go to your profile and check out your group on your personal profile. Wait, hold on. Doesn't mean they didn't go to check out your group on your personal profile. Okay, I'm not sure the context behind this comment. I may have missed something, but here's what this makes me think about, okay? If on your personal profile, all you are posting is personal fun stuff, you are not showing up as an expert. People will check out your personal profile to see whether or not you are an expert or an authority in your space. Now, this isn't a whole video on personal profiles. I have one. If you want to learn more about it, let me know, drop a comment and I'll happily share that. But I feel like this has come up a lot lately. We should do another one. I'm going to put a note. I don't know when we're going to get it in, but we're going to refresh on those personal profiles because I think we need to spend some time on it. Lori Conkler and I, it's Lori Conkler's birthday today, by the way. Lori Conkler and I, we are doing, once a month, we do a sales and marketing. It feels like it's a podcast, but it's a video. It's a live. And this is our topic. We're talking about the difference between your personal profile and your group. And it's on Monday. I don't remember what time, but there's a event in the group if you want to join. So my thought here is that in addition to spending time on your group, you don't forget about your personal profile, because the point here is people, if they're looking at joining your group, they're going to check out your personal profile. They are. And they want, if there's nothing on your personal profile that shows that you know your stuff, that you're not an expert in it, that may make them not join your group. So I think that's a really important call out. Okay. Dawn says, when I don't get a response, I think it was wrong. And so I don't do it again. I want to share a very quick story here. How am I doing on time? Okay, I'm okay. I had somebody recently join my program, my Ignite Your Facebook group program, and she's never commented on anything ever. Not once. I barely even knew her name. And she reached out, she signed up for the program. I reached out to be like, oh my gosh, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. Like, what made you join? And she said, I love your content. And I thought, you've never commented. You've never liked, you've never loved. What? And she says, I love it. I see it every day. I know I don't comment, but it's so awesome. I just love your content. So just because they aren't commenting, loving, liking, doesn't mean they're not seeing it. Doesn't mean that it's not resonating. Doesn't mean that it's not touching their hearts. Okay. Don't lose sight of that. Anytime I see posts where people are like, clean out the dead weight, clean out people who aren't engaging and aren't commenting. No, not everybody engages. Yes, lurkers are the best. Lurkers are the best. Okay, Emily says, are we going to talk about this in Ignite? The content specifically? Yes, we're going to spend like two whole weeks on content inside of this. I'm glad you're getting this. Oh my gosh, I love these comments. Okay, hang on here. I don't want to miss anything. Okay, hold on here. They're going so fast that I can't. Okay, all right. Okay, Dawn says, when I have served high ticket clients, I never knew they were even in my group. Yep. This happens a lot. Trust me, I promise. Lurkers are out there. I'm stuck in your heads for good or bad, right? You take the good with the bad. Okay, where were we? Okay, daily theme posts. We talked about that. Mix up. So if you're going to have 1 to 2 daily theme posts, have 1 to 2 where you are the expert or you are the authority, and then have 1 to 2 posts in a week that are fresh and new, something that you're sharing. Mix that up. Okay. Now, my question for you is this: of everything that we've talked about so far, what's one thing you're going to do different with your content? Let's drop some comments. What's one thing you're going to do different that you've learned today? Even if it's just to consider something, what's one thing you're going to do? I will tell you this. If you have not considered going live once a week in your group, I'm begging you to do this. I'm begging you. It is one of the best things. Yes, more videos. Okay. It doesn't have to be, just do one. If you just do, I actually pulled the data. And if I actually pulled out all of my videos and remeasure my engagement in my group, y'all, it is frightening, the difference. Frightening. So, and if you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I don't want to go live. Are you kidding me? And you need help with that? I'm doing the next Go Live challenge in April. I put the link up above. I will tell you, I've not updated the video on that landing page. I'm a little bit behind, but you can still register. It's a free challenge. We're doing it different this time around. Instead of it being 3 or 4 or 5 days in a row, I'm spreading it out over 2 weeks. And I'm seeing if this is going to be a little bit easier for people to consume. So we're going to run it the weeks of, I'm looking at my calendar, which is on March, which does not help me. We're going to do it the week of, it's the 9th, 11th, 16th, 18th, Tuesday, Thursday in a 2-week period. So if you need a little help on the, I'm assuming this is about Facebook Lives, come and do that challenge with us. You're going to feel so much better about showing up when you know what to do. Okay. When you know what to do. Okay, let's see here. What else you got? So Emily says she's going to put more authority in your posts. Yes. Even if it's just about, here's my quote of the day, sharing your perspective, or challenging them with a question about that quote that ties in with what your niche is all about. It's still you showing up as an authority. Okay. Dawn's going to use engagement posts with her expertise. Yes. Have some fun, right? You are a fun person. Have fun. It's National Pie Day. Ask people what their favorite pie is. You're going to be like, why do I get 25 comments on that and nothing when I talk about my business? Because that's just the nature of what it is. But you know what happens? All of those people who comment on the pie, which pie do you like? They're going to see your next post. They're more often going to see your next post because of it. It's how that all works together. You need it all. You need all the things together. Okay, Billy says, syncing with my personal profile. Very important. Very, very important. Am I still good on time? I'm going to share this. I had somebody early on, this was maybe only a year ago, maybe. And we were on a call and we were talking about, I don't even know what we were talking about. And she said, I'm going to be honest with you, Jamie. I heard about you. Somebody told me about you and I went and checked out your personal profile. And all I saw on your personal profile was stuff about your dog and food. I was like, well, that's pretty much me. But I'm telling you, it was like a little bit of a gut punch. because she said this. She said, I almost didn't join your group because of that. I didn't think you were an authority. She didn't say that words, but she's like, I didn't think you were like a real deal because your profile was filled with dog and food. And I almost didn't join your group. And she's like, I'm glad I joined your group because you're awesome, but I almost didn't. And I was like, oh. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. I do way too many of these clothes are awesome posts and I need more of a I'm an expert. Yes. 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 It's not just the product. It's your expertise on the product. That's what people are going to pay for. The challenge was awesome. Yes, it was. So excited to be here. I'm glad you're here too. Okay. Last week was a breakthrough week in regards to lives. Okay, Michelle, I'm going to need more details here. I think I know. Did we talk about this? We may have talked about this, but tell everybody else. Breakthrough weeks. That's awesome. Okay. Somebody else says, take part of a post and turn it into a short reel. That's how I learned that I'm going to schedule myself to go live deadline. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. You got it. You got a plan. I like it. You're so sweet, Dawn. That's how she felt too. But what it honestly shocked me into saying, I've got to make a change. Because if she did that, how many others did it and didn't join my group and they missed out on so much awesomeness? Whoa, Michelle. We've created a monster in you, Michelle, and I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm so distracted by all your comments. Okay, for those of you that are watching on the replay, you're not off the hook. You got to share. What are you going to do different as a result of all of this? If you got questions, ask them. I'll take your questions. I want to do a quick review, and then I'll wrap us up. Okay. Most important thing that you have to understand is that you just need to mix this up, right? If you are creating graphics and you're scheduling them out the same thing every Monday and the same thing every Tuesday and the same thing every Wednesday, your people are as bored as you are. Yes, there are pros and cons of that. That easy, structured pattern is wonderful, but you can keep that as long as you just freshen it up a little bit. Add in some more of these extra things, okay? Number 2, balance the engagement and the authority. Both. You need both inside of your group or on your profile or wherever else you're talking about, right? And I would encourage you, we didn't really talk a whole lot about this, but I would encourage you to choose innovation over repetition. Find other things in your business that you can put on repetition so you have the time to do content. Because if you want to create super fans that love you and love your content and tune in for absolutely everything, that content is the key. And you've got to keep it fresh and you've got to give them new things and you've got to keep them going. Okay? All right. I don't see any questions. Next week, same day, same time, Thursday at 11 Mountain. We're going to talk about why your Canva graphics, you need to put on the brakes. Listen, I love Canva. This is not a bash on Canva, but you got to put some brakes on that. And we're going to talk about why and why that's affecting your engagement and your all of the rest of it. Okay. A number of you have asked me for this. I did a post a few weeks ago. Multiple people have asked me if I am going to do a VIP day or if ever do a VIP day. And it's all sort of kind of goes around this content. So I did a post and I said, is anybody interested? And there were a whole bunch of you. So here's the scoop. I don't have the landing page done because I just don't. I will get it done. So right now I just have a wait list. The link is up above. It's called Spark Your Social Strategy. And it is all about how do you create an easy, structured pattern approach to your social media. I will tell you this before you go on the wait list, putting live at the center of your strategy is going to be key. So if you're like, I'm out, then this is not the program for you. Okay. There's going to be 3 different ways that you can do this. I'm giving you options. You can do a 4-week group coaching program with me. Now, here's the cool thing about that. This is the first time I've done it like this. Usually I work with people one-on-one. So this is the first time I'm doing a group program. We're going to see how it goes. If we have to go longer than 4 weeks, we're going to go longer than 4 weeks. So this is the beta, if you will. You either love betas or you don't. It's your call. Okay. So it's a 4-week program. We go 1 hour a week for 4 weeks, and you're going to learn this strategy. If you want to do a 4-hour group VIP day, we're going to do that as an option. I don't know how we're going to coordinate schedules, but we're going to figure it out. And then lastly, if you want a private VIP day, we will do those too. So you're going to have 3 different options. You choose what works best for you. Okay. Okay. Any questions on that? Obviously, let me know. If you get on the wait list, there's no commitment, nothing like that, just like we've done in the past. It's just me being lazy and not wanting to work until midnight to get my landing page done last night. That was true. That was my decision. So get on the wait list. I should have the landing page and all the information ready by this weekend. Okay, so let's go back to this where we started. This idea of if I wore the same clothes every day, if I ate the same food every day, you're going to get bored with that. You are going to crave variety. The same thing is true with your content in your group, on your page, in your profile. They're bored, just like you're bored. So it's time to turn your group around, put some zest, get that group thriving, and content is the thing that does that. When I got rid of these daily theme posts and started working on just better engaging content, that's when my group took off. Not only the engagement, but that's when it started growing. Because the people in the group are more engaged, so there's algorithms that work there. They're telling their friends to come to this group because it's the real deal. When you deliver good content, people tell their friends about it. They will help you grow your group. Okay, so these daily theme posts, I want you to toss them in the blender, mix it up, turn it around, make some fresh content, because that is what is going to inspire you to get the more that you want inside your group. More people, more engagements, more sales. All of this is all connected. Okay? I know you can do this. I've done this. Other people have done this. It is possible. Does it take a little bit of creativity? Yes. Does it take a little bit of work? Yes. But it's not massive change. And I promise you this. When you start doing these things and you actually start having fun, it's actually fun to engage and it's fun to get these kinds of results, you'll put in the extra time because there's a return on your investment. What's happening right now is you're not having a return. You're spending time creating those graphics and you're pumping it out and nothing's happening. And you go, why am I spending all this time on this? But if you were getting the results and people were loving it, it's a game changer. Content should be easy and fun, because if it's easy and fun for you, it's going to be easy and fun for them. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your week. See you soon. Bye.